Hello everyone. Today, Myra, you're putting too much pressure on me now. So you've spent countless hours revising for a test. You've committed all the definitions to your mind. You've gone over the material in minute detail. But when it comes to the test, when it actually matters, when it matters, that's when your mind goes absolutely blank. This is a phenomenon known as choking. It's common in sports when performance occurs under intense pressure and success hinges on those key moments. Unexpected poor performance from choking is often blamed on nerves, which then motivates the question, what about nervousness undermines performance? Answer, we focus too much on things that we shouldn't. To expound, there are two classes of theories. The first is called the distraction theory, which states that choking occurs because our attention that's needed to perform the task at hand, it's hijacked by irrelevant thoughts and worries. So loss of focus, creativity, and working memory are especially vulnerable to distractions. For example, there was a study done in a village in India wherein they recruited participants to do a series of creative tasks and memory tasks. The creative tasks, they were things like puzzles where you had to figure out how to fit certain shapes into a square frame. And for the memory tasks, I think Hal would be good at this because the experimenter would read off a sequence of digits, stop at a random point, and then you had to recall as many digits as you could. And successful completion of the, and you got and the payout for successful completion of tasks was variable. In some cases, you'd get 10 cents, in others, $1, and in others, $10. To put these figures into perspective, $10 is what a villager would make in a month. Performance was roughly equal in the 10 cents, $1 group, but going from $1 to $10 drastically reduced performance. To cite some statistics, the low pressure group had a 30% success rate for the creativity task, while the high pressure group, 0%. And for the memory task, the low pressure group had a success rate of 40%. For the high pressure group, this number dropped to half, only 20%. The second theory is called the explicit monitoring theory, which claims the opposite, that pressure prompts people to focus too much on the little details that they normally don't pay attention to, and this disrupts execution. A study by Baylock showed that professional golfers, when they play, they already have this sort of automaticity that they don't think about the specific mechanics of their swing. They just let muscle memory take over. And it's actually when they're primed to think about the specific motions that they start performing badly. For novice golfers, performance was relatively unaffected either way. So how can we avoid choking? First, it helps to inoculate ourselves against high-pressure situations. And this is kind of what I'm doing now. I'm not doing so well because I can already feel the choking starting. So this is also what firefighters and policemen do when they practice under the conditions that they're gonna perform under. Second, it also depends on whether the task is physical or whether the task is mental. If the task is physical, it's actually better to distract ourselves with random pop songs. Because if distracting ourselves allows us to reach what researchers call optimal in attention. Focus on the song, and you'll probably forget about all your worries. On the other hand, if the task is mental, we need all our brain power focused on the task at hand. In these cases, distraction would only crowd our minds. So here are the main takeaways. Practice under pressure makes perfect. And second, if the task is in the muscles, distract. If it's in the brain, refrain. Thank you.